Have you ever felt completely alone, like the whole world was against you, mocking you, celebrating your pain? It's a heavy feeling, one that can crush even the strongest spirit. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, knew this feeling all too well. Today, we're going to journey back in time to one of the most difficult periods of his life, a time of immense personal grief, and discover the incredible story behind the shortest chapter in the entire Quran. Surah Al-Kawthar, a bustling city of trade and tradition, but also a place of intense opposition to the message of Islam. The Prophet, peace be upon him, had been preaching for years, facing ridicule, persecution, and the loss of his beloved supporters. But the pain was about to become deeply personal. He and his wife, Khadijah, may Allah be pleased with her, were blessed with children, but their sons, one after another, passed away in infancy. In that culture, sons were seen as the continuation of a man's lineage and legacy. Without a male heir, a man's name was considered cut off from history. This is where the enemies of the Prophet saw an opportunity to inflict the deepest wound. Men like Al-As ibn Wa'il, a chieftain of Quraysh, would openly mock him. When they saw the Prophet, they would sneer and say, "Leave him be, Aiz Hustan Abtar," a man with no posterity, cut off. When he dies, his memory will die with him. Can you imagine the heartbreak? Not only was he grieving the loss of his children, but his deepest sorrow was being used as a weapon against him, a public spectacle for his enemies to jeer at. They weren't just attacking him as a man, they were attacking his mission, suggesting that his message, like his lineage, would come to a dead end. The Prophet's heart was heavy with sorrow. He was human, after all. He felt the sting of their words, the pain of his loss, the weight of his mission. It was in this moment of profound sadness, when he felt most isolated and attacked, that Allah, the most merciful, sent down a direct and powerful revelation. It wasn't a long, elaborate chapter. It was 3 short, beautiful verses that descended like a soothing balm upon his wounded heart. This was Surah Al-Kawthar. Let's break down these incredible verses. The first verse says, Inna atana ka al-Kawthar. Indeed, we have granted you Al-Kawthar. At a time when the world was telling him he had nothing, that he was cut off, Allah starts by saying, no. In fact, we have given you asterisk abundance, asterisk. The word Al-Kawthar means abundance, a superabundance, an overflowing good. It's not just a little something, it's everything. The scholars of Tafsir explain that Al-Kawthar has multiple layers of meaning. Primarily, it refers to a magnificent river in Jannah, in paradise, that Allah has gifted to the Prophet, peace be upon him. The companions described it as whiter than milk, sweeter than honey, with banks of hollow pearls and its pebbles made of precious jewels. On the day of judgment, the believers from his ummah will be gathered, thirsty and desperate, and the Prophet himself will be there, at his basin, giving them a drink from this river. Whoever drinks from it will never feel thirst again. So, while the disbelievers mocked him for his temporary losses in this world, Allah was reminding him of an eternal, unimaginable honor that awaited him in the next. He was being given a source of eternal refreshment for his entire nation. But Al-Kawthar isn't just the river. It also signifies the immense good Allah gave the Prophet in this world. Think about it. He was granted prophethood, the final message to all of humanity. He was given the Quran, a timeless miracle. He was given wisdom, noble character, and a heart full of mercy. He was given companions who loved him more than they loved themselves, and his followers would eventually spread across the entire globe. Where's the legacy of Al-As ibn Wa'il today? Who names their child after him? No one. But how many millions upon millions of people are named Muhammad? How many times a day is his name mentioned with love and respect in the Adhan, in our prayers, in our daily lives? That is It is an abundance of blessings, honor, and followers that stretches across centuries and will continue until the end of time. So, after this amazing gift, what does Allah ask of his beloved Prophet? The second verse gives the answer, Fasalili Rabbika wanhar. So, Pray to your Lord and sacrifice. This is so powerful. Allah is saying, in response to this incredible gift, this abundance we have given you, direct your worship purely and sincerely to me alone. Sally Lee Rabika. Pray asterisk to your Lord asterisk, not to idols, not for show, not to please people, but for Allah, who is the source of all your blessings, and one her, and sacrifice. This refers to the ritual sacrifice of an animal, a central act of worship during Eid al-Adha. It was a clear command to defy the practices of the pagans, who would sacrifice in the names of their idols. Allah was redirecting the Prophet's focus. Don't worry about the mockers. Don't be distracted by their taunts. Focus on me. Show your gratitude through your prayer and your sacrifice, the purest forms of worship. It's a beautiful lesson for us, too. When Allah blesses us, our response should be increased devotion and gratitude to Him. Now, for the final, decisive blow to the mockers. The third verse says, Inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. Indeed, your enemy is the one who is cut off. Look at the reversal. The very word they used to hurt him, abtar, is turned back on them with absolute certainty. Allah is making a declaration. It's not you, O Muhammad, who is cut off. It is the one who hates you, the one who mocks you, the one who opposes your message asterisk. He asterisk is the one who is truly cut off from all good in this life and the hereafter, cut off from mercy, cut off from a virtuous legacy. Their names would be forgotten, their lineage would bring them no honor, and on the day of judgment, they would have no share of goodness. History has proven this verse to be miraculously true. The names of those who opposed the Prophet have vanished into disgrace, while the name and legacy of Muhammad, peace be upon him, are honored and celebrated across the world every single day. His spiritual children to believers number in the billions. He is the very opposite of abtar. He is the embodiment of Al-Kawthar. This surah is a timeless message of hope for every single one of us. Whenever you feel down, whenever people try to belittle you, whenever you feel like your efforts are going unnoticed, remember Surah Al-Kawthar. Remember that your true worth and your true abundance come from Allah. People might mock you, they might underestimate you, but it is Allah who gives, and His giving is abundant and eternal. He sees your struggles, He knows your pain, and He is the one who will grant you your Kawthar, your own abundance of good, whether in this life or the next. So, when life gets tough, don't focus on the haters. Don't get bogged down by the negativity. Instead, turn to your Lord. Fasali li Rabbika wanhar. Pray to your Lord and sacrifice. Focus on your connection with Allah. Show your gratitude for the countless blessings you already have, big and small, because when you have Allah, you have everything. And know with certainty that anyone who harbors hatred for the people of faith and the message of truth is the one who is truly cut off from all that is good. Surah Al-Kawthar is not just a story of consolation for the Prophet. It is a promise of victory and abundance for every believer who follows in his footsteps. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into one of the most powerful surahs in the Quran. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Share this message of hope with someone who might need to hear it today. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.